Okay, so it's been about 4 months since I bought this Deebot N79, and so I thought I would just give you an update on how it's been working and what kind of maintenance is involved with a robot sweeper. So you can see around the edge that it's got quite a few small scratches, you know, nothing major, just some wear and tear, just on the black plastic. Same thing on the front bumper. You can see there's some scratches. You know, just from bumping into stuff, you're gonna get scratches like that no matter what robot sweeper you get. For some reason it gets stuck right at the edge of the stairs. It'll stop and get confused, almost like it doesn't know what to do. And I'm not sure why. If it's because it's too dark and it can't tell where to go next, I'm not sure. It's one of the most common problems with this Deebot sweeper in my house. Obviously, everyone's house is gonna be set up differently. I think one thing I might try is to just put something to just keep it away from the edge of the steps. And I think that would probably fix it for now until I can think of something better. One other problem that this robot sweeper has, and this is probably a problem that most robot sweepers are gonna have. Anytime you have rugs on your floors and it sort of catches the corner, it'll sometimes either flip the rug over and get stuck right on top of the underneath part of the rug, or if it's a small enough rug, I've even had it flip one upside down and drag it across the entire floor into the other side of the house as it's cleaning. So it definitely struggles with rugs. Now, the one thing I'm trying to fix the rug issue is I bought these little triangle pieces that stick to your floor, and it sort of sticks to the rug. I wish it was a little more sticky. The ones I bought are called Ruggies. I just bought these from a local Walmart, but you can buy these just about anywhere online. So I'm hoping by using these Ruggies, it'll keep the corners down just enough so that the sweeper will go right over it without flipping it up and getting stuck. You can see here, it's got some dirt in there. Let me take that out just to show you. I can usually get about 2 days before I have to empty it. You can see there, it's pretty full. You can see here. Now, one thing that I did notice is this filter gets clogged really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and empty this, and you can sort of hit this on the side of the trash can to clear it out. I believe this can also be rinsed. You just have to wait till it dries. So let me go ahead and empty this and show you what the filter looks like after it's emptied. So this part here, I just went ahead and rinsed out, and you can see it looks pretty much as good as new. So I don't think you would really have to replace this part over time. As long as you let it dry, it should work pretty good. Now you'll see on this side, I didn't rinse that because it has a filter. And let me just show you, when you take this out, you can sort of knock some of the dust off, but you can see the black filter is just completely full of dirt and dust. And not only the black filter, but the white filter itself. I think I'll go ahead and replace it since I've already got some extras. So I actually bought this accessory value pack, which is called the Deebot Buddy. And I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get this. Comes with the extra side brushes. So it comes with 3 white filters and 3 of the black sponge filters. Here's the difference of the clean one versus the dirty one, just to show you the difference. It also comes with a main brush. So I'll put in these new filters real quick, and then I'll come back and show you what the main brush looks like that came with the Deebot. So as long as you see all black underneath, then it should be good to go. And the blue filter just goes right back on like that, with the handles pointing up. And that's pretty much it. There's a little wear and tear on the side brushes, but I don't think there's enough for me to replace them. So I think I'll just leave those for now. This here still moves pretty good. The next thing I want to talk about is this main brush. So if you look right here, you can see a lot of hairs in there. And really this is the easiest way to clean the main brush, which I have to do pretty much on a weekly basis. And I've got 2 dogs. So there's just 2 tabs right here that when you push those, it'll tilt up. And you can just take the cover off. And take a look at this. I would say it's probably been about 5 days since I've cleaned this brush. Looks pretty clean, right? I can tell you that anytime you have an issue with this sweeper, or probably any robot sweeper in general, it's gonna be because of this brush. Especially with dogs, you're gonna get tons of hair that wraps around it, like see on the end. And then let me show you what I usually have to do. Now on the end, you can just pull off the dog hair. That part comes off pretty easy, but right along here and on the other end, it gets wrapped around there so much that you really can't just pull it by hand. Only around the plastic ends you can really get by hand. I usually just take a pair of scissors and kind of put it underneath and just cut it. Then you can pull it out pretty easy. Same thing on this end. You just put it underneath. You just pry it up and then you can get that dog hair out of there. And then you can just pull it right out. Now this time it wasn't too bad, so it might have been less than a week since I did this last. But you can see one issue with this main brush is the hair really gets embedded in the brushes. So it's sort of up to you on how well you keep the main brush clean. But I've learned that the cleaner you keep the main brush, the better it's gonna work. Especially the ends, where dog hair wraps around. Because once you get so much hair wrapped around the end, it's really hard for the brush to spin. And you're gonna start hearing noises. And as the sweeper's going, it almost makes it almost like it's running over something as it's rotating. So other than just the dog hair buildup, the brushes still seem like they're in pretty good shape. It looks like I've got a little notch. I've got a little notch out of the rubber piece right here. But the rest of it looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I'll probably just wait to replace this. So that's pretty much it as far as maintenance goes. It is a little more maintenance than I thought it would be, but you have to keep in mind that I schedule this to run every single day. And before I was probably only sweeping once a week. Sometimes I wouldn't have time or I would forget and it would go to a couple weeks. So while this does have a few things you've got to keep an eye on and maintain and empty on a regular basis, I haven't had to sweep our wood laminate floors ever since I got this, and it's keeping them pretty clean. Now, the scheduling works great. I haven't had to worry about scheduling at all. I just set it and that's it. I didn't have to think about whether it was going to run or not. So for the 4 months I've had it, the scheduling always works. So surprisingly, even though this is round, it still does a pretty good job of getting dog hair and dirt out of corners. It also cleans around the edges good. So I guess to end this video, if you're asking, would I buy this specific robot sweeper again? Considering I haven't had to sweep the wood laminate floors since I bought this 4 months ago, I would definitely buy this again. And I would say it's definitely worth the money just for that alone. Even with the little maintenance and the issues where it gets stuck every now and then. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you haven't already. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.